Hello, our theme this week is learning to thrive, and when I think about thriving I think about plants and growing things. So I've come outside to do this week's reflection in my greenhouse, and there's loads growing here and loads of things that are thriving, but I have had some problems with some things, and particularly these seeds here. These are nasturtiums, and there's only two. I sowed about 12 in this pot, and there's only two that have actually come up, and it's the second lot I've sown, so I'm really frustrated. The first lot I ended up throwing away because they were there for weeks, just brown soil, nothing else. And it just reminded me really that we can't control everything, and whatever I do to the plants, to the seeds that I sow, I can put them in good soil and water them and keep them protected, but there's no guarantees that they're going to grow. I think it's the Apostle Paul in one of the books of the Bible said that one person sows a seed, another waters it, but only God can make things grow. And I don't know how you've been finding things in this strange season that we're in, but one of the things that I found really hard is a sense of a loss of control. And particularly this last week, I've been really struggling with that whole thing of not knowing what's going to happen, not being able to plan ahead, not really knowing what the timescale's going to be on things like seeing family or travelling to visit friends. And I found that a really difficult thing, and I've been wrestling quite a lot with it. I've felt really up and down about it. And it struck me that that whole idea of being in control is connected with how I feel about my garden. And even though there are certain things I can do, quite a lot of the things in life we can't control, we can't make it happen. And particularly at the moment, it perhaps feels as if other people are making decisions on our behalf. We are influenced, and our lives are restricted in ways that we hadn't even imagined a few months ago. A prayer that I've found really helpful over this last week is a really famous one called the Serenity Prayer, and it's one that's used by people recovering from alcohol and drug addiction. And it's all about that idea of focusing on the things in life that we have got control over, the things that we can influence, and finding ways of letting go of those things that we can't control. And most importantly, being able to know the difference between those two things. So for me, perhaps there's a lesson there in how I approach my garden. I keep sowing seeds, I keep watering them, I keep doing all the things that I'm doing, protecting the plants, staking them if they need it, planting them out when they need it. But actually, perhaps I need to stop fretting about the things that are beyond my control, the things that don't grow, the things that don't thrive. And perhaps in life there's a lesson for us all there too. Maybe we need to focus on those areas of our lives that we have got a sense of say over. Maybe we need to look after those things which are within our sphere of influence, if you like, to take care of those around us, to do good where we can, to look after ourselves, to help others, to keep working in the ways that we can work, and perhaps learn to let go of those things which at the moment are unknown, the things that we have no control or say over, to perhaps not be frustrated, to not fret. I'm going to finish with the words of that prayer to just help us think about what it might mean for us. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Amen.